Hi, Connie Golds here, founder director of Desert Best Friends Closet, with some more tips to help you get hired. I want to talk to you today about what you should do before the job interview. One of the things I always encourage our clients is, and it's something no one really likes to do, is you have to do your homework. I know that's a hated word. If you're a parent out there, homework is a hated word. But if you do your homework before the interview, you're going to increase the odds of getting hired. So what are the types of things you should do? There's actually 4 different types of research I would recommend that you do. Number 1, go on the company's website and read everything, even the boring stuff, because you might find some interesting things there on the website that you can weave in during your interview. And don't be afraid to let them know you've read their website, that you've looked at it, because that's very important. The second thing I would do, if you're interviewing for a position at a company that's open to the public, like a store or a restaurant, go visit it a few days after you either submit your application or a few days before the interview. If it's a store, walk up and down the aisle, buy something so they don't think you're a shoplifter. If it's a restaurant, go in, sit at the table, sit up at the counter, order something, and then just observe. Every place has its own rhythm. You want to observe what the rhythm of this place is like. You want to see how the employees interact with each other. Even better if you see how the supervisor or the boss interacts with each other. That's very telling. And don't be bashful. Don't be afraid to say to them during the interview, if they ask you, hey, you look real familiar. Have I seen you before? Say, I was here a few days ago doing research for today's interview, and I noticed how friendly and outgoing your staff is. I'm going to fit in really well here because I'm friendly and outgoing. Don't be afraid to say, hey, when I was here a few days ago doing research for today's interview, I noticed how short-staffed you are. I can start today. All those are appropriate things to say if they're true for you. The other thing I would recommend to do in terms of research is Google the name of the company to see if they've been in the news recently. One of the worst questions I personally hate at a job interview is when someone asks, why do you want to work here? Why do you want to work at this company? I don't know, because I need a job, because I have bills to pay and mouths to feed. Not the appropriate answer, although it may be truthful. But if you've done your research and you see that the company maybe at Christmas does a toy drive, maybe at back to school they do a backpack drive, and you can say to them, I see how involved you are in the community, and I would love to work for a company that shares my value because I do, fill in the blank. Maybe you're volunteering at your church. You're the soccer coach. You're the team mom. You're the scout leader. You're helping out in your child's classroom. You're baking pies for your church every year. You want to somehow connect your values to that company's values, and that's a way to stand out. And the fourth thing I want you to do in terms of research, whatever fields you're looking for employment is, try to find a blog or professional journal and see what trends are happening in your field, and then find a way of weaving those into the interview. If you do your research before the interview, that's a way that you'll come in strong, confident, and prepared. And that's a surefire way to get hired. Good luck.